At Mervyn today.
The presents will all be opened, the Christmas feast devoured. Christmas night, a time to sit back, relax, and enjoy two very special broadcasts of Christmas music by the world-renowned Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Join Cascade TV at 6 and 11 p.m. for two completely different Christmas programs from the historic Tabernacle on Temple Square in Salt Lake City. That's 6 and 11 p.m. Christmas night, right here on Cascade TV.
For the complete story of what's happening in Central Washington and around the world, join Heidi Topper for Newsbeat at 11, the one to watch.
What do some of Washington's most influential lawyers, judges, lobbyists, and legislators have in common? They all support the YMCA's youth and government program.
I do.
I do.
Me too.
You can too, because professional support is what keeps the youth and government program going and growing.
Call your Yakima YMCA for more information at 575-1011 at 5 North Natchez Avenue, Yakima.
If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding.
His reason making his anger show and so.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. Humbug.
Mr. Jones, a stingy, odious, mean, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Don't beg on this corner, boy. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ghost of Christmas past.
I was bred here. I was a boy in this place. That's Daniel Custis.
Ebenezer Scrooge
Hath come for your sake. I have been sent to warn you.
and a Merry Christmas to us.
A Merry Christmas to us all.
And God bless us, everyone.
Scrooge. Scrooge.
Why, show me this if I am past all hope.
Ebenezer, I release you.
The wicked old screw. Why wasn't he more natural in his lifetime?
It's true. Fan loved me and I her. Let me see some tenderness, some depth of feeling.
Tonight's critically acclaimed production of A Christmas Carol, starring George C. Scott, is brought to you by IBM. With it, the people of IBM offer you best wishes for the holiday season.
Dear Santa, how are you? Oops. Oh. My little brother Joey asked me to write you. He's only 5. Here are a few things he hopes you'll bring the family this Christmas. Grandma helped with everybody's sizes. We've grown a lot since last year. Oh yeah, favorite colors. Grandma, yellow. Joey kind of likes green. And me. Santa, you're not going to believe what Joey wants. Baseball cap, sleeping bag, a sled, a bike, make it red, and a drum. Mom says you can leave out the drum. Santa, Joey knows that Christmas is more than gifts and stuff, and that giving is more important than getting. I guess little kids forget that sometimes. Well, Merry Christmas, Santa. Your friends, Joey and Ted.
And now, A Christmas Carol, starring George C. Scott. A Christmas Carol, brought to you by IBM, will continue in a moment. Making a business run the way it ought to means giving the right people the right tools. From typewriters and copiers to computers and software, IBM can help.
At first, IBM electric typewriters made typing easier. Then we improved the way typing looked. and revolutionized its touch and feel. IBM even fixed the way errors got fixed. Today, IBM wheel writers and quiet writers do things our old typewriters never dreamed of. They're faster, quieter. They have memory and can even signal mistakes as you make them. The typewriters secretaries like best just get better and better.
A tiger has black stripes. A tiger has a brown nose.
Ashley Floyd is reading a story she just wrote in kindergarten. Her school in North Carolina uses an IBM learning program called Writing to Read. The program employs IBM personal computers and specially developed instructional techniques. Using these tools, children learn to convert sounds they can say,
See the word pig,
into sounds they can write and read.
I haven't seen anything like this in my experience, 22 years as a principal in Burlington City Schools. We're almost a year ahead starting these children to read and write as to where we were 4 years ago.
We saw a rhinoceros. We went in the African pavilion.
He wrote about his trip to the zoo, and he was writing about the African pavilion, and I was surprised that he would even remember such a word so big.
In schools across the country, Writing to Read students are reading as much as 2 grade levels above the national average.
I've been involved in a lot of innovative programs. This is the first one that I feel will stay forever. I think Writing to Read is here to stay.
I see a tiger. A tiger sees me. Tigers live in the zoo. The end.
Computers? Who's got time to figure out how to use them?
That's how the owners of a clothing store, father and son, felt about personal computers until they got one. And a manufacturer of umbrellas until they got one. A lot of people in small businesses don't know all the things a computer can do. But once they see what an IBM PC can do, things like give them complete accounting information in seconds instead of days, simplify scheduling and billing, track inventory and monitor expenses quickly and easily in their own office, then some of the most skeptical become very enthusiastic. And that makes us at IBM very proud. We've got more computers helping more small businesses than anybody. IBM personal computers. Small business is getting big on them.
And now, A Christmas Carol starring George C. Scott and Frank Finley continues. A Christmas Carol brought to you by IBM will continue in a moment. People have all sorts of needs, and IBM offers all sorts of solutions for big business, small business, and personal business.
Students are always going places. Now there's a powerful computer that can go with them, the IBM PC Convertible. It goes from chemistry to economics, from ancient civilization to modern civilization. The IBM PC Convertible is a smart gift because students can carry an IBM computer anywhere, even into the future.
An experimental computer system that recognizes what I say. I talk, and my words appear on the computer screen. Please write to Mrs. Wright right now. This computer system is another example of innovation at IBM. In fact, it's the most advanced voice recognition system of its kind, period.
Just about any personal computer does a better day's work with the help of an IBM Pro Printer. The Pro Printer produces high-speed drafts and clear graphics. It prints with near letter quality and turns out single sheets and envelopes without removing the computer paper. Best of all, the Pro Printer costs less than $550. For a better day's work, get the Pro Printer from IBM.
Good evening from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. Aviation history was made at Edwards Air Force Base in California today as Dick Rutan and Gina Yeager landed their Voyager aircraft after a 9-day non-stop flight around the world, the first ever on a single load of fuel. The government wants Volkswagen of America to recall more than 250,000 Audi 5000s because of accidents caused by sudden acceleration. The company says drivers are to blame and the cars are fine. Now this.
A Christmas Carol starring George C. Scott will return in a moment. Stay tuned for more of Dickens' classic tale, brought to you by IBM.
What goes well with fried rice? It could soon be Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Louisville firm is signed with two Peking companies to create the first major Western fast food enterprise in China. I'm Bill Kurtis, CBS News, Chicago.
And now A Christmas Carol starring George C. Scott continues.